This has to be probably the strangest thing I've had happen to me for quite a while. I mean, talk about strange. I didn't quite realise or maybe work out what was going on, and I was trying to fathom out what was going on as it was happening. You know, when you're trying to think quick, and I'm going to tell you what I'm on about in a minute. It's quite weird thinking back, looking at it. I was telling my wife about it and I was laughing, but at the time I was sort of inside. I was pedaling really quick, trying to work out what I was going to do next. I'll tell you what happened. By the way, before I tell you the story, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Whether I'm just overreacting or what you'd have done in this situation. And also, by the way, the funny thing is, it's actually Friday the 13th today, but I don't know if that had anything to do with it. In my house here in Guernsey, we've got a log burner or wood burner. It's in the lounge. You know, obviously it's like any other fire. It's got a flue, or in this case, it's got a flue, which is a pipe that runs up, and you know, or some houses have a chimney if it's a built-in fire. So this is a flue, so it's just a pipe. And now and again, or probably once a year, we get like a professional company to like do a chimney sweep. Basically, they'll come in, you'll book a time, and they'll turn up and obviously clean all the chimney. And you know, it's not a job that I want to do or I've got the tools to do. So I got a company to come down this morning. A guy turned up, and I was out and about a bit. I was here when he turned up. I said hello, and I popped out. Then I don't know, he must have been in like 20 minutes or something. So when I got back, I was like looking on the roof, thinking I can't see anyone, but I don't even know if they go on the roof. They might do it from the side. And this is where it gets weird. I walked into the kitchen, and the guy who's cleaning my chimney, he's not actually cleaning my chimney. He's just stood in the kitchen, and he's looking really puzzled, and he's looking down at my cat. I was thinking like, and he was looking at me really strangely, and he said to me, this may sound a strange question, but he said, is that your cat? And I said, sorry? He said, is that your cat? And I looked and said, yeah, that is my cat. He's like, right, okay. And he's looking at me. I'm like, why? He said, well, my cat, as in his cat, has gone missing, okay? And he said, I think that's my cat. And I looked and I thought, is it his cat? I mean, I double checked. I picked him up. I said, nah, it's definitely my cat. And like 100%, it wasn't a doubt. I said, it's my cat. And he's like, yeah, that looks exactly like my cat. And our cat has gone missing. It's been missing for days. He said, I'm pretty sure that's my cat you got there. This is seriously weird. Like, it's not your cat. You sort of doubting yourself. I thought, is it our cat? I was like, yeah, that you know your cat. I know every cat's slightly different. It's a tabby cat, but I know, like, you know your cat, like you know your dog. You might see another breed of your dog, but they're all very slightly different. And I was patting. I was like, yeah. Do you mind if I take a picture of it? And I was like, no, why? He's like, well, I want to send a picture of this cat to my wife because I want to see what she thinks. Because he goes, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, isn't this guy listening to me? Like, he's in my house. This is my cat. Inside, I could feel my adrenaline going like, what's this guy going to do? Is he going to what's he going to do? So he took pictures. Bearing in mind, I'm meant to have my chimney swept, all right? He took pictures. He's like, with his phone. My cat's just like sat on the island looking at him. Right, I'm going to send these to my wife and she can have a check. So next minute, I see a car turn up outside the house and it's his wife. She's walking up the driveway and knock on the door. I answered the door and she's like, hi, I've come to see, I think apparently you've seen my cat. Well, no, I said, your husband thinks it's his cat, but I said, I don't think it is. She goes, I'll come in and check. What's going to happen if they keep going on about it's their cat? They could kidnap my cat and take it, and what am I going to do? I was thinking, like, am I going to have to call the police? I was like, well, it's not chipped, so I couldn't. No, a cat isn't chipped and everything, so like, I thought, I was thinking, like, what am I going to do? So she walks in and she's like, it does look like our cat. I said, look, 100% is sure your cat. She goes, let me look closely, and she looked at it. No, I think you're right, it's not our cat. I said, yeah, I know I'm right. But they're looking at each other like, I mean, at this point I was thinking it feels like I've kidnapped their cat. It's like, are they accusing me of stealing their cat? I mean, what are they thinking? I don't know what they're thinking. This is all of a sudden gone from a chimney sweep to a very, very strange situation. So we're all stood in the kitchen, no one's talking. I'm just like thinking, what's going on? And she's like, well, I don't think it is, but it's very similar. Do you mind if I pick it up? I said, no. Nah, this isn't our cat. And the guy's like, are you sure? Are you sure it's not our cat? And she's like, no. He's like, right, okay. And I said, any chance of having my chimney swept? Yeah. So we carried on. And the more I was sat there, the more I was thinking, what is going on? What has just happened? So he carries on cleaning my chimney. I jump in the car and I thought, I had to go somewhere, and I thought, actually, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay here because I don't trust my cat. It's so weird. I thought he's going to take my cat. So I waited there. I kept an eye on the cat. I was patting the cat. He did the job and he left. And off he went. And I thought, I cannot believe I've had to stay home and guard my cat because I thought my chimney sweep man was going to take it. Now, what do you think of that? I know it's a really weird story, and you might not find it strange, but I have never thought that I'd have someone in my house accusing me of, like, am I me worried about my cat going? And when Fallon got home and said, check the cat, that is ours. Yeah, I said, thank God, I'm not wrong. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Remember, if you do want to see more stuff all about this, like, sometimes I do these little stories, but the channel is all about living in Guernsey. And I do videos all about Guernsey. So sometimes I do these little bits where I have something strange happen to me and I talk about it. But a lot of the time I do drive-alongs and walk-alongs all about Guernsey. So if you're interested in Guernsey and you're interested a little bit about me, my little rants, you can subscribe to the channel. And if you got any thoughts on this, and I'm sure you have, let me know in the comments. Remember, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time.